Good afternoon children, welcome back to the maths class. Today let us start the new chapter, that is congruent triangles. First let us understand what is the meaning of congruent. So I'll show some objects here. I have two pens. So these two pens have the same shape and size, that's why they are called as a congruent objects. So these two pens are congruent, we can say. How we can say means when they have the same shape and size, then they are called as a congruent objects. The same way I'll show one more example. See, we can see that I have taken the two crayon pencils. They have the same shape and size, that's why they are also called as the congruent objects. These two objects are called as a congruent objects. Next let us take the example of books. See here, we can see the two books. So we have the two books here. When one book is kept upon the another book, the books are covered exactly. The first book covers the second book exactly. So this method of comparing the two books is called superposition. Superposition means when first book is covered exactly, the second book is called what they are called as a congruent objects. When two books coincide each other, they are called as a congruent objects. The same way, let us take one more example. We can take the books only example. See, by seeing these books only we can say they are congruent or not. By seeing only we can say they are not congruent to each other, because both does not have the same shape and the size, and also when one book is kept upon the another, it does not covers exactly. That's why we say that both the books are not congruent to each other. So these are the some examples of the congruency. So what is the meaning of congruent objects means what? Congruent objects means what? Objects which have the same shape and size, they are called as a congruent objects. Congruent objects means which have the same shape and size are called as a congruent objects. Next let us know what is the meaning of congruent figures. See here, I have two figures. We can see here the figure, the plane figure x. This figure is named as the x, and this plane figure named as the y. When plane figure x is placed on the plane figure y, both the figures covers exactly. Both the figures coincide each other. We can say that x is congruent to y. X is congruent to y. Both the figures are congruent to each other. Congruent figures means what? Congruent figure means when x covers the y exactly, then we can say x is congruent to y or y is congruent to x. We can write in this way also, x is congruent to y or x is congruent to y. In this way also we can write. This is a symbol for congruency. So symbol, this is a symbol for congruency. So let us learn some more examples about congruent. Examples for congruent. See here some examples we can see here. AB is 5 cm and CD is 5 cm. So we can say both the line segments are congruent. By seeing only we can say both the line segments are congruent, because both the line segment have the same length. How they are congruent means both the line segments have the same length. That's why we say that AB is congruent to CD. Why they are congruent means line segments have the same length. Both have the same length. Next example, see, we can take the angle ABC. Angle ABC is 60 degree. Angle EFG is 110 degree. By seeing only we can say that both the angles are not congruent to each other. That means angle ABC is not congruent to angle EFG, because both does not have the same measure. To be congruent, both should have the same measure, but these angles does not have the same measure. We can say both the angles are not congruent to each other. See, again I have taken the example of angles only. Angle PQR is 30 degree, angle MNO is 30 degree. We can say both the angles are congruent to each other. How means both the angles have the same measure. So we say that angle PQR is congruent to angle MNO. PQR is congruent to angle MNO. Let us take still more example. Let us take some more examples. See here, I have taken two squares. We say that two squares are congruent to each other. Two squares are congruent to each other. When we say that two squares are congruent to each other means when both have the same side length. When these two squares have the same side length, no, we say that x is congruent to y. When we say x is congruent to y means when both have the same side length. Next I have taken the rectangle. See, when these two rectangles we can say congruent. When we say the two rectangles are congruent means when they have the same length and the same breadth. When these two rectangles are congruent means when they have the same length and same breadth, we say that x is congruent to y. Next I have taken the circle. The circle also, when we say both are congruent means when both the circles have the same radius, we say that x is congruent to y. Circles means both the circles should have the same radius. Rectangle, when we say congruent means both should have the same length and the breadth. As well as the square, when we say congruent means when both have the same side length. And the line segment, when we say both are same means when they have the same line segment. So these are the some examples of the congruent figures. Here in the textbook they give some examples. See here, we can see the two line segment AB and CD. By seeing only we can say both the line segments have the same length. So we say that AB is congruent to CD. Or the line segment X covers the line segment Y exactly. So we say that both the line segments are congruent to each other. Next example, two angles are given. So we can see that both the angles they have the different measures. That means angle ABC, angle DEF is not congruent to each other because they have the different measures. Both the angles are different. So both the angles does not covers exactly. That's why we say that both the angles are not congruent to each other. Now we can see two line segment, one line segment PQ and another line segment RS. Both have the same or different. By seeing only we can say that both does not have the same line segment. So we say that PQ is not congruent to RS. Both are not congruent to each other. Next we can see two angles ABC and one more angle DEF. By seeing only we can say both the angles have the same measure. So we can say that angle ABC is congruent to angle DEF. Here see some more examples they give again. They have taken the two squares. So we can see the two squares have the same length. So we say that angle X is congruent to Y. See again we can see the two rectangles have the same length and the breadth. Two rectangles have the same length and the breadth. So we say that X is congruent to Y. And we can see two circles. These two circles does not have the same radius. They have the different radius. So by seeing only we can say that both are not congruent to each other because both does not have the same radius. See here we can see the two circles both have the same radius. So we say that radius X is congruent to radius Y. That means X is congruent to Y because both have the same radius. Next, this plane figure, both are congruent to each other because both have the same line segments. See here, these quadrilaterals are different. Both does not have the same line segments. So we say that X is not congruent to Y. So these are the some examples of the congruent figures. Next, let us learn about the congruent triangles. Next, let us know about the congruency of triangles. See, in the plane figure, when we say the two plane figures are congruent, for example, if we take, just now I explained, no? If we take the square, so when we say the two squares are congruent, if they have the same side length, then we say the two squares are congruent. If we take the rectangles, if the two rectangles, when we say the congruent, when they have the same length and the breadth, then we say the two rectangles are congruent. For circle, when we say two circles are congruent, when the radius are equal, then we say the two circles are congruent. In the same way, for congruency of triangles, when we say the two triangles are congruent means when corresponding sides and corresponding angles or congruent. That means when corresponding sides and corresponding angles are equal, then we say them two triangles are congruent. So where we have to give importance for the corresponding sides and corresponding angles. Let me see which are the corresponding sides and the angles. First let us see the corresponding sides. So the side AB is equal to side PQ. Next another side, that is the side BC is equal to the side QR. Next the side AC is equal to side PR. So now corresponding sides are equal in this triangles. Next let us take corresponding angles. Angles means the angle A is equal to angle P. Next angle B is equal to angle Q. Next angle C is equal to angle R. When corresponding sides and angles are equal, then we say the two triangles are congruent. So when we say the two triangles are congruent means, see, the two triangles are congruent if pairs of corresponding sides and corresponding angles are equal, then we say the two triangles are congruent. Let me take one more example. Second example for congruency of triangle. See here, when we say the two triangles are congruent means when corresponding sides and corresponding angles are equal, then we say the two triangles are congruent. See, I have drawn the two triangles, triangle ABC and one more triangle EDF with measurements. Now let us take the sides. First let us write the corresponding side. The side AB is how much here? The side AB is 2.5. So let us write the side AB is equal to the side ED. Now ED is also 2.5. So the side AB is equal to side ED. Next I'll take next side is side BC is how much here? 4 centimeter. Next we'll take the side ED is 4 centimeter. Therefore BC is equal to DF. BC is equal to DF. Next the side AC. AC is 3.5. AC is 3.5. Here the side EF is 3.5. The side AC equals to the side EF. This is about the corresponding sides. Next let us take the corresponding angles. Now angle A equals to angle E. Angle A equals to angle E. Angle A equals to angle E. Next angle B is how much is given? 60 degree. Now angle D is 60 degree. Let us write angle B equals to angle D. Next angle C is 40 degree. Therefore angle C equals to angle F. So now we wrote the corresponding sides and the corresponding angles. Thus we can say the two triangles are congruent. So let me write the congruency of two triangles. The triangle ABC is congruent to triangle. See, when you are writing the congruent of two triangles, now the order of letters is also very important. When you are writing two triangles are congruent, on that time the order of letters is also very important. Now I wrote the triangle ABC is congruent to triangle, what will write? EDF. Triangle EDF. So keep it in mind, the order when you are writing the congruency of triangle, the order of letters is also very important. Okay. Next let us take one more example.